Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am going to be taking you through a walkthrough of all of my fandom decks, any type of movie, TV series, musical artist, any type of deck that I have that is themed around pop culture. So I guess we could call them pop culture decks, we could call them fandom decks, tomato, tomato. I don't want this to be an hour long, and as I was pulling them out of my collection, I realized I had much more than I thought that I did. So let's just go ahead and get into it. I'm going to start with my decks from Insight. What is the publisher called? Insight Editions. Now, a lot of the fan decks do come from this publisher. Unfortunately, they are pip decks. This one you can see I haven't even unpackaged yet, so we're going to start with this one. This is the Alice in Wonderland Tarot deck. It is officially licensed by Disney, and my daughter actually got me this for Christmas last year, and I just haven't gotten around to unboxing it, so we're just going to do this really quickly. We are also, stay tuned, because I will be dropping clue number 2 for the giveaway, and I will be adding things to that giveaway as the month goes on. So again, you're going to want to make sure you're keeping track of all the clues. Okay, so starting out with the little blue book in this case, looks like it does give colored images. That's so cute. Look at the little hermit. I'll be honest, for whatever reason, the Alice in Wonderland movie is just, it's not one of my favorite Disney movies. I don't know what to say about it. Everything about it seems like I would be, because the conspiracy theorist that I am, I'm always down rabbit holes, and I know the story, the real story of Alice in Wonderland, and I don't know though, I just can't get into the movie as much. But then again, I'm also not really a huge Disney person, for like reasons I'm not going to get into, but for the purposes of this video, because we have so many decks to go through, I'm going to remind you that it helps so much if you watch the video all the way through. Anytime I watch anybody's YouTube TarotTube videos, I watch the videos all the way through. But what I can do is, if I am short on time, you can go to the settings and you can increase the speed so that you can go through this faster. So here's the back of the decks. This is my first time seeing this. I'm actually quite impressed. The colors are bright and vivid. Here we are with the Fool, with Alice, of course the Mad Hatter, the Magician, the Cheshire Cat, Mystery. So this is number 2, so the High Priestess. 3, the Empress, off with the heads. The Emperor, the Hierophant, Tweedledee, Tweedledum, the Pair, the Lovers. Huh, that's kind of funny. The Chariot, Strength, the Hermit, Wheel of Fortune. We'll quickly go through. That's cute. Keep my flowers. So all of the court cards are illustrated, but then looks like the flowers, I'm gonna guess that's probably the pentacles or the cups. We'll see. One of flowers. So let's see what we have. Flowers. Hedgehogs are maybe the pentacles. Spears are the wands, and teacups are the cups. So these are the swords. That's kind of weird. So anyway, this isn't meant to be a full flip through of this deck. We're just going to be going through all of my themed decks. So that's the Alice in Wonderland. If you want to see a full flip through of that, just let me know below. Again, it's not a new deck, so it's probably been out for a while. So there's that one. Number 1. This one I picked up last Halloween, the Hocus Pocus Tarot Deck and Guidebook, again by Insight Editions. The official tarot deck based on the classic Disney film. So cute. I'm having such allergies today. It's not even funny. I don't know what is going on. We've had some really crappy air because, like, pretty much the entire world's on fire right now. Page of Candles, Queen of Pumpkins. Love Hocus Pocus. Have not seen the new one. So, if you guys have seen the new one, let me know below what you thought of it. That was the mom. Of course, the Emperor. 8 of Lightning, which I think is the Wands, is the Lightning. Here's the Sanderson sisters, the Justice card. The back of this one isn't as fun. Like, it's fine, but I think that the back of the Alice in Wonderland was better, the Fool. Let's try to get some more of the 10, 11, 12, 13. So transformation is, 13 is the Death card, right? Wheel of Fortune, Strength. Potions is Cups. Pumpkins is Pentacles. Here's the Empress. High Priestess. I love the Chariot. Hierophant is the Book of Spells. The Devil, or the Master. The Star. The Sun. So yeah, this is a great deck for Halloween, obviously. But I just think these would be so much better if they would have just fully illustrated all of the pips. But once you have purchased one of these Inside Edition decks, you kind of know the way they work. So I was really only disappointed. I think the first one that I got of this style of deck was the Labyrinth deck, which we'll go over here in a minute. Okay. Also, one that came out in 2022 was the Disney Villains Tarot deck. Also by Inside Editions. I will link all of these in the comments from my Amazon links. I do receive a small commission if you purchase from them, full disclosure, but it's a great way that you can support me. King of Swords here, of course, is Scar. Hades from Hercules. You know that I had not watched Hercules ever till I got this deck, and there were so many villains in this deck from that movie, and that is such a freaking cute ass movie. I absolutely loved it. You can see here the 9 of Wands, but you can tell that that is the Wicked Witch from Snow White. Shoot, what is this from? The Aristocrats, maybe? I can't remember that one. Of course, Cruella de Vil, the Chariot. That's a literal perfect chariot for villains. This is from that Zootopia movie. I can't remember why she's a villain, because she looks really sweet. Gaston. Of course, the magic mirror. If you're into Mandela effects, there is a Mandela effect from the Snow White movie with the mirror. Everybody remembers, or at least from my timeline, we remember mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all. But apparently in the movie, we're told now it doesn't say mirror, mirror. It says magic mirror on the wall. So which way do you remember it? Here's the Wicked Witch. Of course, Hook. Captain Hook. That is the paw from the Emperor. It's either, because that same character I feel like is in Bedknobs and Broomsticks. Who remembers that? But I'm pretty sure this is the Emperor Wears No Clothes, or whatever that show was called. It's a cute show. The stepmom from Sleeping Beauty and Lucifer the cat. The hyenas from Lion King. Of course, we have Madame Mim from the Sorcerer's Stone. I love that movie, and I love this character. She's so cute. We have Jafar from Aladdin. That's the coat from that same king from, let's just look. Let's look. 9 of coins. I was hoping it would tell us who it was, but it does not. Poison apple from Snow White. I know his name, but I can't think of his name right now from the Jungle Book. What's his name? I'm getting old, you guys. My memory is just not what it used to be. It's a pretty cool tower from Tangled. So I think this is a great Halloween deck as well. This is a newer Disney movie, and my kids told me what it was, but I've never seen it. I don't have any idea who that is. Crocodiles from Peter Pan, I think, right? Or no, these are from The Rescuers with Medusa. Remember Medusa? Lucifer. Flotsam and Jetsam. There's Medusa from, this one of my favorite shows. R-E-S-C-U-E, Rescuer Society. Medusa. Also from, that was Madame Mim when she kind of turned herself into a beautiful person from Sorcerer's Stone. Maleficent. I always say this name wrong. Maleficent, right? Maleficent. But I sometimes say Maleficent. And now, right now, I don't even know which one's right. Maleficent or Maleficent? Maleficent, I think, is correct. That's a cool 3 of Swords. What's his name? Ska. His name's Ska, isn't it? Shit, man. Why does getting old have to make you forget things? I already said her name once. Ursula. Spindle from Sleeping Beauty. This is cute. I think that's from Moana. That's from Moana, I'm pretty sure. And I also had never seen this one. Is this one Hercules? Or it's another, like, Greek-themed movie, which I also watched, which was cute, too. Gosh dang, what is his name? And this is from Princess and the Frog. But he's, like, popular in voodoo. I should say his name, I bet. Let's see, the Magician. Dr. Facilier. But this character is based off of a real voodoo character. That's not his name, and I can't think of it right now. Ooh, that's scary. So this is a fun deck, I think. Ursula when she turns into the princess. Hobbs, isn't that his name? What's his name? Yeah, this show, that is so cute, and I'm pretty sure that's Hercules. Yeah, so the Emperor wears no clothes or something like that. The annoying ass bird that is played by, what's his name? Godfrey. I'm just going into too much detail. We have too many decks to go through, but this is a fun deck. It's a really fun deck. So again, I will link these below, and if you're planning to pick it up for Halloween, it would mean a lot to me if you would use my link. Okay, so that's the Disney villains. Now, I'm pretty sure they have since come out with a princess deck, but that's just really not my speed at all. This one is so freaking fun. Garbage Pail Kids. So if you're a Gen X like me, I used to have like my entire bedroom, all like my dresser drawers, everything was like covered in Garbage Pail Kids stickers. So this is a fun one. Look at the backs of these. Look how stinking cute. The cardstock is great. I do like the cardstock that they use. Okay, here's the Fool. Magician. Maybe I'll do it like this. I like it when people sometimes do it this way. mascot lovers. I remember one named Large Marge. I remember, I'm trying to think. I used to know so many of their names. So I don't know if, look at her. I was saying, I don't know if any of these were actually Garbage Pail Kids or if they're just, you know, like in the style of that, of those stickers. They were like, so if you're young and you're not familiar, they were like trading cards. So there was a sticker, but you didn't have to pull the sticker off. You could just keep it as like a collector's item, which obviously I wish I would have done because I'm sure these are worth a shitload of money now. If you have like actual Garbage Pail sticker cards from the 80s. So this actually is not a pip deck. I didn't even realize that until right now. Like, these are illustrated. So that's pretty cool. I'll have to use this for a fun reading. Again, I think this would be fun for Halloween. Garbage Pail Kids. The boxes are all really good quality. Cardstock is good. That one looks fully illustrated, so that's really cool. Garbage Pail Kids Tarot. Okay, the one that started all, I'm pretty sure this was the first one that I got, which is the Labyrinth Tarot. So good. I would have loved them to have fully illustrated this deck. Here's the back of it. Dance, magic dance. Look, it looks like the little boy's pajamas. Oh, look. Lutho, is that his name? Also, I feel like another great one for Halloween. This time of year, you just want to go back and watch all the old, I mean, it's not like a scary movie per se, but it's, I don't know, it just still seems, there's Jareth. Seems a little Halloween-y still. So the cauldrons, I'm pretty sure the cups. Poles or wands. Feathers or swords. I'm pretty sure I do have a full flip through of this somewhere on my channel. This one came out, I think, in 2020. Oh my gosh, I love him. Okay. So that's the Labyrinth deck. So I think I have one more Inside Edition. That's like a TV show. What were these called? Inside Editions. That is what it's called. That's funny. Which is one of my favorite decks to this day. And my total inner child deck, which is the Last Unicorn. Now, I did purchase 2 of these, and I did purchase this box. I gifted the other one to my older sister, Miranda. So I wish that this one would have come with a regular box and the gift box. I think that's kind of uncool because I have now since gifted the other one that had the cardboard box, but it's such a beautiful deck. Also fully colored and illustrated guidebook. I mean, this box is heavenly, but I still think for what I paid for it, I deserve to have the cardboard box and that as a bonus, but whatever. Last Unicorn. I was obsessed with this movie when I was a kid, and the way that I would cry and bawl my eyes out. And, oh, this guy scared the crap out of me. This is from, I think this deck, often people think it's not in print. You need to go to Geekify. Geekify.com, and you can still pick this up. I'm not sure who the publisher is. Let's see. And I will try to link this below. Does it say? Yep, geekifyinc.com. I mean, it's an expensive deck. I think the deck itself is like $80 to $100, and then this box, who knows how much I paid, but it's my dream deck. I love it. Oh my gosh, look. Tell me that's not a perfect strength card. And look at the backs of the cards. And this is fully illustrated. It is not a pip deck. I don't know if I ever did do a full walkthrough of this. I think I did. I love that death card. Oh, he's so scary. Again, if you're Gen X, oh, look at that sun. Then I am sure that you loved, look at this one. I think this actually came with 2 lovers cards. And of course I'm singing the Last Unicorn song in my head right now. Oh, gorgeous. Oh, it's so good. I love her. So this was not a Disney movie. And in my opinion, it's better than pretty much any Disney fairy tale out there. This was just, it's one of my favorite movies of all time. That was a naughty cat too. So that's the Last Unicorn. Absolutely stunning. Handling it right now is also giving me a little bit of anxiety. Like, it makes me want to maybe buy another deck still. I like to have a backup. Decks like this that I am so... This came edged like that too. Decks like this that I'm so emotionally attached to, I just like to have a backup copy. And even though when I purchased that second copy, like, I knew that I was going to give it to that sister the whole time. She lives in San Diego, so it took me a couple years to give it to her, and it gave me like a sense of peace having it. So there's the box. This is also available on geekify.com. So there's that. Okay. So now we'll get into like some of the kind of obscure ones. I'm going to count my Miss Cleo deck here as a fan deck because she is everything. She was on infomercials. And I forgot to include this in my Egyptian themed decks collection. But it's actually a great deck. And it's still available on Amazon, so I'll link it. I do have the full like gift box that comes with the VHS that teaches you how to read tarot that came out in the 90s. And it's completely brand new, unopened. But I wanted to be able to actually use the deck, so I got this. So Miss Cleo, I mean, for people that don't know, I work on psychic hotlines. That's what I do all day, every day. This is how I make my full-time income. So she's, you know, she's everything to me. And yes, I know her true story. I watched the documentary, but she's not the one that made it that way. It was the psychic hotlines that she worked with. She really did know how to read tarot. She really was a tarotist and a spiritualist. So, you know, even though, yeah, was she faking her accent? Yes. But she wasn't faking her knowledge of the tarot. So this is the deck that she actually did use. If you go back and watch, because she was doing, here we go. Miss Cleo Tarot readings. Experience the power of a real tarot reading from a shaman. There's no substitute. And it really was a 1-800 number, and you would call. And there were advertisements. Again, if you're Gen X, you would know that if you stayed up past like midnight on any given night, you were bound to see her infomercials. And she was, you know, I think she did help a lot of people, but those hotlines forced people into basically becoming scammers. And I have been hired on certain hotlines now. In fact, I just interviewed with one a couple weeks ago that they hired me, but they wanted to train me on how to keep the client on the phone longer, how to like drip feed the information so that it takes the reading from longer, like they have to pay more money. And I was like, absolutely not. I will not work for a company that does that. I actually think this deck is beautiful. So this is my Miss Cleo Tarot, and I am a fan, and I don't care if somebody's not. She was an integral part of my tarot journey. So that's that deck. It does come with a little white book. Calm me now. Calm me now. Okay, there's that. I did have this one recently, the Shitty Tarot. This is the unofficial Schitt's Creek Tarot, the unofficial Shitty Tarot. If you are a Schitt's Creek fan, you will love this deck. I don't know if it's still available. This was a Kickstarter. And I'm so freaking glad I got it. I absolutely love it. Love the rose gold gilded edges. Oh yes, David Rose, I love you. I always say David Rose, my spirit animal. So my last name is still legally Rose, even though I am married. It's been hard for me to get rid of it because I was Rhiannon Rose for like 20 years, and both my girls are named Rose, and I don't want to have to change my passport. So technically I still am a Rose. Magician. I'm not going to go through this one as much because I do have a full walkthrough of this. I have had this deck out a few times lately. Well, there's Rose Apothecary for different tarot tags. So love it. So good. That's the unofficial Shitty Tarot. I'm trying to think when I got this out last. I do think I found it was still available, maybe on Etsy. I'll do my best and try to link that if it's still available. This is a fun little one, the Gummy Bear Tarot. How freaking cute is this? 10 Tarot, US Games. I'm a gummy bear. I think this was my only 10 tarot up until the point that I got the Light Seers, and this is the main part of the giveaway, but I'm really going to be adding so many other goodies. So even if you don't want that deck, trust me, it's going to be a great giveaway. So here is the adorable. I mean, I could not love this deck anymore. It's such a clone of RWS, which is really the only decks I like to work with on the hotlines. So I can totally read with this deck so easily. Cause I'm a gummy bear. My grandson, Max, freaking loves the Gummy Bear song. He could listen to it all day. So that's the Gummy Bear. Perfect little poker size cards. Like, this is a great tinned deck if you don't already have that. Okay. Next up, this is called the Mage Tarot. Now, this came in a bundle of used decks that I purchased in a tarot buy sell trade group. And this is obviously not the deck that I was trying to get. It just came with it as like a bonus. And I do believe it's from like the 90s, and I do believe it's a game. So I'm including it in this fandom collection because this was a thing. I'm not familiar with what it is, and I would be willing to part with this deck. So if there is somebody out here who is actually like a true fan of this, again, I believe it was a game. But I forgot what I was looking for. I think I was looking for a copyright date. 1993, 2001. So I think this maybe originally was copyrighted 2003 and this one's from 1991. But again, I'm pretty sure it's a game, maybe a video game. Comment below if you know, because, yeah. But it is actually a pretty cool looking deck. And I don't think it's a pip deck. We're about to find, nope. It's actually kind of cool, so I don't know if I would give it up, if I'm being honest. Pretty sure it's out of print. Wow, this is cool. I don't think I've ever really gone through it all the way, to be honest. I've had it for about maybe a little over a year. Oh, look at that dragon. Look at that, looks like Bitcoin. So that's the Mage Tarot. I do like the name of it too. Cardstock is great. It's a little glossy for my, yeah, I don't even know if it's ever been shuffled, to be honest. It's a little, oops, sorry. It's a little glossy, which makes it, when you're trying to shuffle, it kind of makes it catch a little bit. But I actually think that's a pretty cool deck. I'm pretty happy about that. But I would love to know more about this. I could do a little Googling, but I'm on my phone filming this, so. That's the Mage. My goodness. I fucking hate tuck boxes. Okay, there. So there's that. The Golden Girls. Of course, we got to add that to the pop culture fandom decks. This one is the OG. From what I can tell, when I tried to link this last time, I'm pretty sure the ones that are available now are knockoffs. But, and they're like a little bit smaller. The box doesn't open like this. I think it's like a crappy tuck box, because I'm pretty sure this version, the real one, is out of print. But you can still find it on Amazon. I just I can't say that if it's legit or not, because I'm pretty sure it's not. How freaking cute is that card? Love me some Golden Girls. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. There's no book for this deck. There's just this little, whatever that is. So we definitely had to add that to the collection. Okay, I have two oracles here we're going to go over. The Britney Spears oracle. We had to add that to the fan club. This kind of is cool. Look how the guidebook kind of slides in there like that. And then the cards slide in over here. I'm actually not that big of a fan of Britney Spears. But actually, I'm not really a fan at all. I feel bad for her and what she's going through as far as, like, if anybody thinks Britney's been freed, you're not paying attention. In fact, I think Britney has been offed, and I think that we're seeing a clone at best, and at worst, like CGI, like digitized, you know, some random body with Britney Spears' face over it, with all this, like, craziness on Instagram and everything. So, freaking poor girl. But when I seen that there was a Brittany Oracle as a collector, I mean, I had to have it. Like, you know. Is it my thing? No. Am I even into really, like, pop music? No. But as a collector, I mean, come on. Dump him. And I'm pretty sure we can talk about another Mandela effect with this deck because on my timeline, Brittany always had the microphone on. I thought there was a card here that had it, like, especially in this right here. And so they didn't put it on. But if you know what I'm talking about, she always had like a little headset on with a microphone. And if you go back and look at pictures of people that were dressing up like Britney Spears from that specific song and album. And like even here, okay, you do see it here. She is wearing it here. But she always had that on back then. And now you're being told like, no, that never happened. I'm even pretty sure that even that one, which is from I'm a Slave, is part of the Mandela effect, that never happened. So here's the back of them. So I'm pretty sure this is still available on Amazon. I will link it if it is. But it's kind of a cool little box, don't you think? I've never seen one like this before. And then I don't want to take it off because it's kind of a bitch to put in, but this just slides. And then it has a little magnetic. Very cool. Okay, the other oracle that I grabbed was the Practical Magic Inner Witch Oracle, and I do have the tarot as well, but this is not officially licensed, but it is heavily 100% based off of the amazing movie Practical Magic with Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman, and who are the aunties? I should remember the auntie's name, but love this movie. Again, great for, I didn't try for these to all be kind of like Halloween themed, but they just kind of work that way, you know? He does have a tarot out as well, which I have, but I just went ahead and grabbed the oracle. Got to get the Death Watch Beetle. We got to get the Midnight Margaritas, of course. Divination. Rosemary, Salt, Toad. These are the bonus, like, spread cards that came with this deck. There's the back of the deck. So, yeah. If you love Practical Magic, and if you're into tarot and you're a witch, then I imagine that you do. This is the... Oh, that's the second edition too, by the way. I didn't realize that I had gotten the second edition. Oh my gosh, sorry. Sorry. What do I got going on here? Okay, now is the movie tarot. I've also shown this quite a few times. There's just, you know, all different characters, but we can't do a fan pop culture haul without including it. A very flimsy guidebook. The cardstock's good though. Well, a little slippery. It is a pip deck. Jake Gyllenhaal. Julie Andrews. Not Damon, but I don't even know what movie that's from, but Indecent Exposure, is that what that show's called? Or what was this called? No, it was called Sharon Stone. This one, she shows her coochie on accident. Meryl Streep. Angelina. Oh, yes. Love, love, love. The Fool. Slumdog Millionaire. Best show ever. Matrix, Neo. Not sure who that is or what movie it is. I could look it up, but I just don't care to. Brokeback Mountain. Bad motherfucker. Indiana. Lilu. Jamie Foxx. Pinkman. Bill Murray. Pip Deck. There's one card specifically that I was looking for. The Empress. Let's try to find it. This star. Help me find the Empress. Tom Hanks, Forrest Gump. Love that. High Priestess. Beetlejuice. Where's the Empress? Here we go, you guys. The reason I wanted you to see this card, and that is because it's time for our next clue for the giveaway. Okay, so here we go. Clue number 2. The Empress nurturing, I can't talk. The Empress nurturing in beauty she's dressed. Card 3 reveals the next letter, the quest. Gather the pieces, watch closely, be wise, as the puzzle unfolds before your eyes. So that's our next clue. Make sure you write that down. It's a twofold win. So if you just gather all the clues and you're able to tell me that here's all the clues and read them back to me, that's one way to enter. Then if you actually answer the riddle and get it correct, that's going to give you a bonus prize, okay? So it's not too late. This is only the second clue. You can go find, you're going to have to go back and watch the videos to find the other clue. This is going to be going throughout the month of September, but I thought it would be fitting. I'm filming this on September 2nd, and that's the second clue, so I thought that was kind of cool. Okay, one of my first fan decks that I ever purchased was the Game of Thrones Tarot. I love the Game of Thrones. So sad that it's over. I've tried to start watching what is it, the Mother of Dragons or whatever the, like, spin-off is, but I honestly haven't gotten into it. It's kind of a cool box. It's pretty big. It's got a linen cardstock. And yeah, it makes me kind of sad to get it out because Brienne of Toth. Jamie. No, wait, that's not Jamie. Jamie's the tall twin, right? I drink and know things. I drink wine and know things. God, it's been so long since I've watched it. Isn't Jamie the tall twin and then he's... What's the frickin' little dude's name? God, I used to think I had a great memory, but need to take a vitamin or something. Were you a fan? I love that Two of Pentacles. Were you a fan of this series? I watched it from the very beginning, like clear back. And when did this show start? Probably like 2010 or something. And then when I started dating my now husband, he had never watched it. So then we went back and started watching it from the beginning. The Red Witch. And love him too. Love his character. And her. I can't think of anybody's name. So yeah, I haven't rewatched it since then. But you know what other themed fandom deck I think would be cool is a Tudors deck. Because I'm obsessed with the story of the Tudors, Henry VIII, Anne Boleyn. I also loved the series on HBO, The Tudors. I think that would be a really cool fandom deck to have, personally. Khaleesi. This fucking asshole right here. One of my favorite characters, Brienne. Of course, Jon Snow. Arya. And my conspiracy brain, because I am down the Antarctic, being not a circle at the bottom South Pole, but it's actually an ice wall that surrounds the Earth. Yes, just in case you didn't know, I'm a flat earther. Don't tell anybody. And the ice wall in Game of Thrones, I feel like, is a little bit of an Easter egg. You know what I mean? Don't hate me because I'm a conspiracy theorist. All I know is that I don't know. And I'm never going to turn down a theory. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that it is flat. I'm just saying I don't know for sure that it's not. And every image that you think you've ever seen of the Earth is CGI from NASA. It's not a picture. It's an image. It's a computer-generated image. And even NASA will tell you that. But we really don't need to go there. But that is my first ever, like, fan pop culture tarot deck, the Game of Thrones. And I only have one deck left, and it's one of my favorites. And it is the Grateful Dead Tarot, and I adore this deck. It is such a good quality. I think there's only a few. They're down to, like, maybe a couple of these decks, and they are not reprinting it. So if you do not have this deck and you want it, I do have a full walkthrough of this deck. It's a couple years back, so you're going to have to go back kind of far. But the book is absolutely everything, and it's so well done. I literally cried my eyes out. My ex-husband, who is no longer with us, the father of my children, was a huge Deadhead, and he got me into the Grateful Dead when I was first starting to date him when I was 16. And he used to, like, hitchhike the Pacific Northwest, going to all, he went to so many shows. I don't even know how many he went to, but still a fan of the Grateful Dead to this day, even though, of course, Rip Jerry. But this deck is absolutely stunning. It's a little too slippery and glossy. Cardstock's me. It's okay. But everything else about it is such high quality. Like, again, the guidebook, the case that it comes in, or the box. So, had to include this. My first ever dog that I got with my ex-husband when I was 17, we went and got a dog, and we named him Ripple. And then that's also kind of why my name is Rhiannon Rambles. Ramble and Rose, because my last name was Rose. Ramble on Rose. So that is part of why I chose that name. Because back when I chose it, I was just kind of doing, like, blogs. I was doing recipes, rants, rambles, reviews. It was, like, kind of everything. And it kind of morphed into my tarot thing. And then the first hotline that I ever got hired on, they don't let you change your name. And so that just kind of stuck with me forever. But I am a rambler, so it fits. But this deck is stunning. I'll link it. I don't know if there's any left, but I know that I had gotten an email about 3 months ago saying they were down to their, like, last 100 copies, and they will not be reprinting it. That's it. Once they're gone, they're gone. And so if you're a Deadhead, if you are just a tarot collector in general, I feel like you will want to grab this deck before it's gone. So that's it. That's the last of my collection, fandom, pop culture. I'm just trying to think of a better name for this. I may end up changing my mind before I put the title out, but I would love to see your guys' collection of fan decks as well. I kind of want to see this go around, so let's make this a little bit of a hashtag. If you want to join, I would love to check out your collection, so make sure that you tag me if you end up doing this video, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.